The project browser in Revit allows us to be able to categorize and organize the different views that we have in our Revit project. In order to understand this better, move your mouse over here to your project browser. And there's a good chance you'll see up at the very top of the project browser a category called Views. Now, if all these views aren't showing up the way that we're looking at them on the screen right now, I do want to point out that if you select on the little plus sign that would show up there, it'll expand these different categories out. If you still have any of these categories closed down, such as floor plan views, for instance, if you select on the little plus next to the floor plan views, it'll expand that category out. Now, like you've seen me doing here, perhaps maybe you have a category of different kinds of views that you don't want to be able to see. For instance, if I'm doing my construction documents, I might not want to see all my different 3D views, or I might not want to be able to see all my different renderings open on the screen. In order to be able to close the titles for these views down, it's just a matter of selecting on the little minus sign next to the title, and it'll automatically close that particular category down, so you're not having to sort through hundreds of different views as you're doing your construction documents. As we can see here, you can scroll up and scroll down by clicking on the little bar here at the side, and then holding your mouse button down in order to be able to drag it up and drag it down. We can also click on the arrows in order to be able to have it go up or have it go down. One other thing that you can do, as long as you've clicked in somewhere inside the project browser, is you can use the wheel on your wheel mouse in order to be able to scroll up or scroll down inside the project browser. In order to be able to open the views under the project browser, double click where it has one of the levels. In this case, I'm going to do level 1 underneath floor plans. And we'll see that view will open up in your drawing window. You can do the same thing on any of these other categories. For instance, I'm going to double click underneath elevations, building elevation. I'm going to double click very quickly on the word south. And now we can see our south elevation view of our building. Doing the same thing, we can do this with schedules. I'm going to double click with planning schedule. This is one of the schedules that's inside the project, as well as with our sheets. And by double clicking the A001 title sheet underneath the sheets category, we'll see the original view that we had open. One other thing that you can do with the project browser, other than just opening these views over here on the side, is that you can move your mouse over here and just click where it has the words view and all. Then if you right click, there's an option there for browser organization. Select on browser organization. Then by putting a check mark in any of these different categories, we can put these in order by discipline, by those views that are not currently placed onto a sheet, so they're not currently in our construction documents, by phase, so existing, new construction, and demolition, and type and discipline, which is very similar to discipline. I will point out that if we click on discipline and select on OK, that our project browser will automatically organize based on those categories. If we had structural drawings, MEP drawings, we'd see those categories underneath here. Right now, we just have our architectural plans and what's considered our coordination plans, which combine the information from our mechanical, structural, and architectural all in the one view. And that's how that's currently organized underneath the project browser. Now, if we want to be able to bring that back, highlight where views and discipline is at, right-click again, select on project or browser organization, and then change this back to all and click on OK. And this will once again reorganize these so it's no longer underneath the particular discipline, but it's back to just all of our floor plan views, all of our 3D views, all of our elevation views, etc. So the purpose of the project browser is to be able to quickly organize and view all the data which is associated with our project.